Thanks, Paul, for that. So on our final topic for this webinar, we're here to talk about the future of enterprise VR. This is how essentially we, as Virtalis, see certainly what is going to be coming up over the next few years, but also how this links into the concept of the engineering metaverse. One of the key pillars of what we're terming enterprise VR is this concept of democratized visualization. What we mean by that is the ability to provide meaning, understanding to any conversation through the effortless use of visualization. And that is by providing solutions and services that allow all end users of the enterprise to essentially consume this visual data, whether you're from the engineering background through to all the way through to your sales force and dealing internally within the organization, but also externally with partners, suppliers, and clients. And the key thing about that is being able to allow users to essentially naturally review, collaborate, and make effortless change in a shared environment, embedded directly into processes, bringing in multiple sources of data across not only your organization, but from your supply chain, from your partners, and even, as we discussed earlier, within the world of digital twin, that information is coming back from what is actually happening within the real world and the live environment. The metaverse, from a Virtalis perspective as well, is also about how we bring different devices to that solution. So whether you're a user on a mobile phone or device, through to working at home within a desktop environment or HMD as a field user, through to power walls and big cave installations where people are working in a collaborative fashion in different offices. And they could even be in different geolocations as well. Some of the solutions we operate today is a need to actually support users across different sites, either in UK, in Europe, and even over in America, all at the same time, all collaborating as part of the same scene. And equally, as part of this, obviously, post-pandemic world where remote working has become much more key to part of these product and product development life cycles, how do we securely enable that content to be shared to within remote office workers and people across different territories, different countries, and again, even potentially across different organizations. So really, very high level diagram as to how our solutions are currently geared and are currently being positioned to take advantage of the metaverse and the virtual world. But in the center, as we term it, we have the Virtalis Cloud Hub. And that is where all the information and all the data that comes from the various different inputs and sources, be it from CAD and PLM, be it from data inputs from digital twins, be it from point cloud information, or even custom data sources, are essentially tagged and brought into this environment. They're then capable of being enriched and edited and created in even more immersive virtual scenes through, as we've talked about before, the visionary render, which is a core pillar and product of the Virtalis offering, through to the future development, which will also be up in the coming development cycles, where we'll be looking at also taking some of that functionality that exists today within our desktop application and starting to move that into cloud offerings as well. But the whole concept of the engineering metaverse is to be able to allow different steps of that product value chain to actually connect and influence the data contained within. So whether that's from design reviews, through to people connecting in the field, through to that information being used as part of training. But the core concept here is that everything is essentially in one place. Everything is being updated in real time. Designers, engineers, ultimately as models change, that information can be versioned and essentially pushed through all these different parts of that supply chain, these different operations, these different functions within your organization. So reuse of data is one of the key things around what we're essentially trying to promote here. The other elements of that is what is the power that contains within that data and within those virtual models as well. So how do you use that information to drive and change processes, look at your from a reporting perspective, and even influence potentially machinery on the factory floor through the Switch API concept, where you can subscribe for events and ultimately see what is happening and respond in real time to information that we're seeing. So it's very, very, very high level, and I'm sure there'll be many questions on this within the Q&A. I'm going to hand over to Dimitri now to kick off that session. And if anybody wishes to obviously explore these concepts further, then feel free to discuss during that session. Thank you very much.